Welcome to the Tanya Acker Show. Welcome to the podcast. World champion powerlifter Nora Langdon in her happy place, the gym. Thank you for being here, Ms. Nora.
Thank you for having me.
You are really something else. I read this incredible piece about you in The Guardian, 79-year-old world champion powerlifter. Please tell me how you started on this path. When did you start powerlifting?
I started when I was 65, and I had retired from real estate, and I wanted to get stronger. So one of my friends came to my birthday party, and she had her husband with her, and her husband is a trainer. So he stated that he will train me. So I came into the gym and worked out for about 3 or 4 months before we went to the first championship. And that's when I did a state championship, and I won.
So before you turned 65, were you active? Like before you started doing this type of training?
No.
Did you work out? Did you do other things?
No, just going up and down the stairs showing people properties. That's all. No powerlifting, no lifting weights, none of that. I was just strictly real estate.
So, Nora, a lot of people say that, when you get to a certain age, when you cross the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, they're like, it's inevitable. You will have aches and pains, and your body will not be as kind to you as it was when you were younger. Are those things true in your experience?
No way. I got stronger. I've gotten stronger from 65 up to my age now. And I'll be 80 in the 23rd of October. So that's a fantasy.
You are
that's not true.
Gift. You are a gift. Tell us about first your workout, like just how often do you work out every week, and what do you do, and how long do you do it?
Okay, I come in on Monday and I do my benching. I come in on Wednesday where I squat, and I come in on Friday where I deadlift. And I stay in the gym anywhere from 1.5 hours to 3 hours.
So that little 20 minutes that I did on the Peloton yesterday, that's not going to do it. I got to step up my game. Talk to us about your diet. Talk to us about what you eat. What do you put into your body?
Well, I don't put any beef in my body. I have my my drinks. I do my vitamins, and then I do a pre-workout drink, and then I do a drink afterwards, and that's it. And the foods that I eat is not beef, but chicken, fish, shrimps. That's about it. And I eat my potatoes and rice. I do all that, and my vegetables.
So you eat carbs, no beef, but generally a well-rounded diet. What about dessert?
Right.
Do you like sugar?
Oh, I love sugar. And I only treat myself once a month.
Once a month.
That's once a month, and as far as sugar is concerned.
What about the booze? Wine,
beer? No.
None of that.
None of that.
Oh, Nora, you're going to make me change my life.
No booze at all. I went to the doctor yesterday, a bone specialist, and he told me to drink some, this is a joke. He told me to drink some gin and tonic. I said, gin and tonic? I don't drink. He said, oh, no. He said, just a tonic. Because I was getting a few cramps, and I just started getting those cramps here in the last 6 months. So I did that, and it helped me out a lot.
So you had a gin and tonic minus the gin.
Right.
Talk to us about, your life when you're working in real estate. Do you have children? Were you married? What was it like? What was your life like before you went down this path? Because I think, Nora, you are going to inspire so many people. A lot of folks think that they do what they do and they're too old to try something new. You disprove that. Talk to us about your life before.
My life before was I had two children. I have a boy and a girl, and they both grown now. And then I have one grandson who's 22 years old. He just turned 22, but he's a little artistic. So, but all I did was and I was married. And once I got my divorce, I would say, I don't know how many years now, it's been so long. But I divorced and I've been on my own ever since. And I just go and sell real estate, come home, and I'm not a partier. So I have three friends over and we have sit and, talk. And I'm a church person. So I go to church and do my duty at church. And I don't call it a duty. I volunteer at church a lot. And that's about it. But I was never, ever someone that went around squatting or walking or any of that. I just wasn't that type of person. I've always been in the church all my life.
So what makes you, at age 65, want to start this very intense athletic regimen? Why do you go to the gym with your friend, but what gets you motivated in the first place to do this?
Well, what motivated me was I was well overweight and I lost a lot of weight after I started coming into the gym. I lost about 25, 30 pounds. And my trainer took me to a tournament and I saw all these young ladies and a few people my age, and they were doing this. And I asked him, I said, "You think I can do it?" He said, "Yeah, let's try." So that's what I did, and that motivated me. And every time I go to the Worlds or state or the national championship, I win because it just motivates me, and I love it. Every day, I get up ready to go.
How many championship titles have you won?
20.
Oh my God, Miss Nora! Miss Nora!
Yeah.
20
Yes.
titles.
Yes.
I mean,
I just won the national about 2 months ago, and now I'm going on my way to the Worlds, and that's going to be in Orlando.
When is that coming up?
That's November 3rd through the 6th.
Have you made a lot of friends along the way, or are people afraid of you because you're so good?
I made a lot of friends. And they come up to you and congratulate me and tell me I'm their inspiration. And they hope they can do what I do when they get to my age.
There must be days, even for a champion like you, when you wake up and you're sore, you're tired, you don't feel good, it's a cloudy day. Are there ever days where you're just like, I don't feel like doing this? Or you're just in it?
I'm just
you
in
now.
I'm in it. And I say that the Lord has blessed me with this, so I'm not, I don't have any real down days. Like people say, you're down and you don't feel good. I don't have any of that. I'm always energetic. Always. And I'm just glad to be here.
How do you maintain that energy?
I don't know. It's just the Lord just give me that energy. And when I go to church and hear the word, that inspires me. That really inspires me. So I don't, Jesus never had any down days. So I say he has inspired me to do this.
What's your advice to other people, some who may be younger than you, some who may be older than you, but who are looking for a lift? They are looking for, maybe just they need that spark that will set them on the journey. of doing something new, maybe physically new, like you did, maybe mentally new, learning something. How do you advise people to get motivated and, keep their own individual spark alive? What's your advice to them?
Okay. The first thing I say is put God in your life. The second thing I say, start walking. Walking up to maybe 5 miles eventually. You start with 1 mile and add on to it. And then go into the gym and just lift a broomstick or just something light and then, get that energy going. And once you get that energy going, you start loving it or you start doing other things. Some people like to walk, some people like to run, different things. But I would say the very first thing is to put God in your life, and go to a church that teaches the word, where that word will inspire you, and that's my advice.
Do you take the ladies at church on fitness walks? Are you the deaconess of fitness at your church?
I do. What I do, I volunteer. I'm head captain of what we call homegoings. That's when people, pass away and the family comes in and we inspire the family to get them more joyful as to where their loved one is. And we just inspire those people, the family members. And that's something that I had to beg people to join because everybody was afraid of the death. And there's nothing to be afraid of. So that's what I do. And they see me doing it, and I dress myself and make sure that I'm dressed properly. And I wear my heels. And a lot of women my age or even younger do not wear heels. My grandmother told me years and years ago, if you ever come out of those heels, you'll never go back. So I've always worn my heels. And that's my inspiration.
I got you on that because I'm not coming out of these heels. I'm not coming out of my heels. And that's actually a good caution. Once you start permanently going flats, you'll never go back. And that doesn't rhyme, but I tried.
That's true.
What you said about death is interesting because it is something that people fear. It's inevitable. So how wonderful that you are a part of a process or a ministry that helps people process death. But I think even as important, more important, frankly, is the gift of being alive. And aging is a gift. We often talk about it in these scary terms like, oh, we're aging. I mean, frankly, we should all be happy that we're aging because I don't want the alternative anytime in the future. But what I do want, Ms. Nora, and I think what a lot of people want, is the best advice for aging healthily, gracefully, and energetically. So tell those of us who are a little bit younger than you how we can make sure we're holding it together so that when we get to where you are, we may not be powerlifting, but we'll still be in heels. Tell us talk to us about aging gracefully and energetically, more importantly.
Well, I get up in the morning, and I've always done this. I get up in the morning and I stretch. Just putting my hands up in the air and thanking God that I'm alive. That's the very first thing. And I keep myself busy. If I'm not powerlifting or lifting weights, what I'll do is I eat properly and just be energetic. My kids had me energetic, okay? I love my children, and they kept me going from one thing to another. But never let yourself just sit in the bed or lay in the bed till 12 o'clock in the afternoon. That's crazy. I get up at 6:30 or 7 o'clock in the morning, and I keep going. And I don't go to bed until like 10 or 11 o'clock at night. I always plan something to do each and every day. And that's how you can grow into older age gracefully, I believe. That's my philosophy. Just keep yourself busy.
And how do you sleep? Are you a good sleeper at night? You sleep all
Oh,
the way through?
yes, all the way through. And so many friends of mine, my age or younger, cannot sleep all the way through. I have no problem going to bed and go right to sleep. And I don't turn the TV on or anything until that next morning after my prayer. Then I may turn the TV on. But I don't listen to a lot of stuff because you don't want that to get into your system.
That's funny. I was just talking about that with, I won't mention the name, but there's a very popular streaming show that tells a really horrible true story. And some friends and I were talking about it, and they were talking, it was actually a Facebook chat. And some folks were like, I've had to, watch this 2 or 3 times in pieces to get through it. And I'm really trying to digest it. I'm kind of like, I'm out. Like I've got the news on, in my day job, I arbitrate small claims disputes between sometimes, very angry people. I do think it's important to sort of manage the negativity that comes into your life. And also, truly, from the bottom of my heart, Ms. Nora, I am so honored to have you here because you're an inspiration, not just to a whole bunch of people out there, but to me in particular.
Thank you.
Everything that you said, I really will take to heart. I will be doing more than 20 minutes on the Peloton when I get back on it later. But I'm so honored and grateful that you took the time. You really are a blessing. You're a blessing to me and so many people. So thank you for being here.
You're welcome. And you have a blessed day.